There's another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to celiac and a challenge is that the challenge of going to people's places, going to a friend's house. I remember a very clear memory of we had a party at my house and people always bring foods. And there was a friend of us, and it was actually at her house because I have different examples, but I'm gonna use this other one. It was actually at her house, and she made a really delicious soup. I mean, it smelled really good and it looked beautiful, a squash soup. And of course, she's a very loving woman. Lynn, I love you. I'll keep it somewhat anonymous, no last names, but she's incredible. Very beautiful woman. Like everyone in the community loves her. She's huge heart, incredible woman. So she wanted me to try that, and she wanted me to have a little bit of that soup. But the fear that I don't think anyone will understand, unless you have a severe allergy or celiac or something like that, is that I'm terrified of eating something someone made, even if they tell me that they were very careful. There's no gluten in the recipe, of course, because otherwise she wouldn't ask me to try it. But even if they tell me, no, I didn't use any gluten that day or that week, and I used all clean cutting boards and knives and plates and everything, it doesn't matter how much they tell me. It doesn't matter how much I trust them and love them as a person. Because when they're cooking, they don't have... Their goal is not, let me make sure that this is perfectly clean so that they can eat it. Because they were making that soup for 20 people. And even if someone has that in mind, I don't know if they might forget to clean a cutting board, and they might use the same cutting board where they cut a little bit of bread or toast or something that had gluten. Or they might use the same little pan or whatever that they used for something, pasta or whatever. So I'm terrified of eating that. If I wasn't there maybe when they cooked it, or if I didn't cook it myself. And they probably will never be able to understand my fear, and I'm not expecting them to understand it. But to me, it's like all the work that I put in to heal my body, heal my digestion, and heal from celiac. Just because in my heart, I definitely want to please her, eat that soup and make her feel happy and make her feel like appreciated for all the work that she went through to make that soup. And it's such a beautiful thing for someone that makes a soup and makes a meal to share that with someone they love. And trust me, I would love to be able to eat that and show her appreciation and love for the delicious food that she made. But if that one time that because I just wanted to please someone else, I eat that meal and I get sick. I've heard from Dr. Tom O'Brien that, I mean, the symptoms might go away in a couple days or whatever, but to heal the internal damage that happened, it could take up to 6 months. And it's not just up to 6 months of only avoiding gluten, it's up to 6 months of actual healing practices and a healing diet, and healing supplements, and a healing lifestyle. So that's a tough situation to put it. If we have that, right, on a scale, me wanting to please someone, which is coming from a place of just wanting to be accepted and loved and not wanting to offend anyone, and the risk of needing to go through all that healing again and all the work that I've put in kind of disappears. And I know that people don't understand that, and it's okay. I don't, like I said, I don't expect my friends, my family, anyone to understand that. But I think if we can tell them when we're at their house, and if you can say, that looks delicious and it smells amazing, and trust me, I would love to try it because I know you made it with love. I know you made it with the intention of sharing. And you have a beautiful heart, and I appreciate that. But it's very scary for me to eat something that I wasn't there fully when it was prepared, or that I made myself, because cross-contamination can come from so many different places. Even you using a spice that doesn't have gluten in the ingredients, but maybe it was packaged in a facility where gluten was also used, and maybe it was in the same machine. Or maybe a knife that, while you were not looking, someone else used to cut a loaf of bread or something, like, or the spoons or the utensils that you used, or might have had some kind of cross-contamination that you might not be aware of, because this is not your main concern when it comes to your health. But for me, it's a huge priority, and it's very scary for me to eat that. I won't even be able to enjoy it because I'm just going to be eating with fear. And trust me, I would love to taste your meal, but it is very scary for me. It is very scary to know that maybe all the healing that I've been doing, I'll be taking 3 steps back if I get any kind of cross-contamination, and it will take so much work and so much time to heal again, that I really hope you can understand. And I believe that if we say that to someone from our hearts, there's 2 possibilities: that they will truly understand, and it might give them the possibility to put themselves in your shoes a little more and truly understand what you're going through, and how scary it could be to actually try that meal. So it might help for that. It might help to actually bring you both closer together, and it could be beautiful. Or they might get offended. I can't guarantee that they will not get offended. But if you say something similar to what I just shared, and if it comes from your heart, if they get offended, there was nothing you could have said or done to make them happy. The only thing that was going to make them happy was you eating that meal. But if you know that that's not what you want to do, if you know that you want to be careful because you're doing a lot of taking other steps to heal, then there was no way you were going to make them happy. And maybe that's what you need to go through, so that you feel whatever kind of disappointment or whatever in that relationship, so that it takes you through a journey of healing that. Maybe it's someone who maybe is not meant to be in your life anymore, and you just grow apart over time. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can just invite you to share from your heart, and just share from a place of empathy, compassion, love, care, and honoring what's best for you, honoring what you need. It's not easy. I'm not saying that's easy. But it's another one of those initiations that I talk about. Because we have those spiritual initiations, and then emotional initiations, and these little challenges throughout life that help us to step into the next version of ourselves, and step into the greatest version of ourselves. It's things that we wish we could do, but maybe we wouldn't have the guts, the courage to do it, or it's challenging. It is challenging. But I just invite you to consider that if you are going somewhere. And if this helps in any way, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me to hopefully reach more people and help more people with this, because it's really rewarding to be able to help people that are going through similar challenges and through similar experiences. So I'll stop here for this one. There's so much more that I want to share. So much more that I want to share. So if this helps, please share the video with someone who might benefit from this, and hope you have a beautiful day.